One Malaysian killed, 10 hurt in bus mishap in Turkey. Government to set up National Digital Inclusion Council. Good afternoon, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. A Malaysian was killed and 10 others were hurt after their tour bus was involved in a mishap in Afyonkarahisar, Turkey. The Selangor State Development Corporation, or PKNS Corporate Communications Division, in a statement last night, confirmed that the bus which was involved in the mishap was ferrying 35 of its personnel who were visiting the country. A spokesman from Wisma Putra who confirmed the accident said the incident occurred when the bus was travelling from Pamukkale to Cappadocia. The spokesman also said the victims are currently being treated at the Afyonkarahisar Hospital, located about 300 kilometres from Ankara, and the Malaysian representative office in Ankara, Malawakil Ankara, is compiling further information from the local authorities on the matter. It was also reported that an officer from Malawakil Ankara would be conducting a consular visit as soon as possible to provide appropriate aid. Meanwhile, PKNS said they are still waiting for an official statement from the Malaysian Embassy in Turkey on the incident and will divulge the latest developments on the incident from time to time. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says the government will set up the National Digital Inclusion Council to focus on creating digital economy income opportunities for the rakyat. Now, speaking to reporters after chairing the 30th Multimedia Super Corridor MSC Malaysia Implementation Council meeting at Perdana Putra yesterday, Tun Dr. Mahathir said the government must focus on getting its execution right and achieve results in the nearest time possible.
Our digital economy growth will bring benefits to every Malaysian through the massive opportunities presented by today's fourth industrial revolution. To achieve this successfully, we will be setting up a National Digital Inclusion Council chaired by myself, with 11 ministries and MDEC as secretariat, to focus on creating digital economy income opportunities for the rakyat.
Meanwhile, the Premier said since its establishment in 1996, MSC had created 183,000 high-value jobs at almost 3,000 companies with a total revenue of almost 500 billion ringgit. He was also proud to note that Malaysia's local tech champions were now recognized as global players, and for example, Aerodyne, which specializes in artificial intelligence or AI-driven drone-based technology, was ranked number 3 in the world. Tun Dr. Mahathir added the initiatives presented in yesterday's meeting would continue to build on the government's national aim and vision of shared prosperity, utilizing digital technologies for the social and economic upliftment of Malaysians. Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, or KPD NHEP Minister Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail says the Deepavali festive price control scheme involves 19 items compared to 16 items last year. Now, he also said 3 new items have been added to this year's list, and they include round cabbage imported from China and Indonesia, excluding Beijing cabbage, lady's fingers and dried chilies. The scheme would be in force for 14 days from the 20th of October to the 2nd of November. Other items include live chicken, standard and super chicken, local mutton with bones, imported mutton with bones, imported lamb with bones, grade A, B and C chicken eggs, tomatoes, coconut and grated coconut, Indian red onions, imported potatoes from China and lentils or dal from Australia. Datuk Sri Saifuddin also said the maximum price was determined based on, among others, nationwide price monitoring from 2018 to October this year, views of various relevant government agencies and discussions with manufacturers, importers, suppliers and wholesalers. He said this after opening the ratings of the 2019 Selected Trade Zone or ZPT for the East Zone in Kuantan, Pahang. The minister further reminded traders to place pink price tax on controlled price items, and failure to do so could result in fines of up to 10,000 ringgit or a maximum compound of 5,000 ringgit for individuals, while for companies, the maximum fine was 20,000 ringgit or a compound of 10,000 ringgit. On another note, Datuk Sri Saifuddin said the ministry has 2 months to complete the fuel subsidy program or PSP mechanism for the middle income group or the M40. Now, he said the matter is urgent as the announcement had been made by Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng in his Budget 2020 presentation at Dewan Rakyat last Friday, while its implementation would begin in January. Commenting further on the matter, Datuk Sri Saifuddin said his ministry need to discuss with the Finance Ministry MOF on several other requirements, but remains optimistic in getting the mechanism off the ground. The minister also confirmed that there was a congestion in the ministry's portal since Tuesday after 2.9 million cost of living aid recipients started checking their PSP eligibility, which propelled the site as the top portal at the moment. He further noted that those who did not have access to the internet to check could do so through 9 KPDNHEP telephone lines, including checking counters. University Malaya or UM has acted to prevent one of its graduates from participating in the convocation ceremony on Monday after it found the graduate was trying to incite other graduates to join in the call for the university's vice-chancellor to resign over alleged racist remarks. The university, in a statement released last night, said a preliminary investigation found the business and accounting faculty graduate had used his Facebook account to do so, and checks before the 7th session of the graduation ceremony showed a piece of placard with provocative words was found on the student. The findings showed that the graduate had the intention to interrupt the scheduled graduation ceremony. To ensure the ceremony was conducted smoothly and peacefully, the graduate was brought out of Dewan Tunku Chancellor and was barred from participating in the ceremony. It further added that UM has always upheld the principle of freedom of expression. However, as a higher education institution, it holds a great deal of responsibility in the education of the future generation. The university also believes that freedom should come with responsibility. And coming up next, SME Bank approves 769 million ringgit financing for SMEs this year. Now, the federal government has channeled half of the Wang Ehsan directly to the Kelantan government and even helped to provide advance payments to settle staff emoluments for the opposition-led state government. Now, Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng says the Pakatan Harapan government took over the administration of the country. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad had decided to channel 50% of Wang Ehsan directly to the Kelantan government and not through a federal government's entity. In a statement released, Lim said he was disappointed with irresponsible quarters who are trying to incite hatred by claiming that he was trying to prevent the payment, when in fact the payment can only be made with the directive of the Prime Minister. He also found it difficult to understand how the Kelantan state government could consider the previous government, which did not channel the Wang Ehsan to the state government, to be their loyal ally and deem the current federal government, which pays them directly, as their enemy. Lim also said he approved the application for an advance payment of 100 million ringgit on the 14th of October to assist the state government to finance its operating expenditure, including the payment of salaries to its administrative staff till the end of 2019. The Finance Minister further noted that the ministry remains committed to helping the state government despite the many insults and allegations. Entrepreneur Development Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Rizwan Yusof says Small Medium Enterprise Development Bank Malaysia Berhad or SME Bank has approved a total of 769 million ringgit of financing since January. He also said that the ministry stands ready to provide entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs with the necessary assistance or guidance to help them to become successful.
Most of the financing given is for purchase of assets, working capital, and services related to tourism, including for those who
The minister said this in his speech at the 3rd World Top Gourmet Awards 2019 and 1st World Top Tourist Award 2019 gala dinner yesterday night at the federal capital. Some 84 recipients received their award in Gourmet Awards segment for the categories of Outstanding Restaurants, Outstanding Master Chefs, Outstanding Gourmet Personalities and Organizations. For the World Top Tourism Award, 30 recipients received the awards in 6 categories of hotel and resort, travel agencies, tourism products, digital tourism, travel photographers, and recreational activities and attractions. The function was also attended by more than 1,000 key industry players, officials of tourism promotion boards from Malaysia and neighbouring countries. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, or MCMC, says the 2020 budget table last Friday reflects the government's commitment to increase connectivity throughout the country in preparing Malaysia towards digital transformation. Its chairman, Al-Ishal Ishak, in a statement released yesterday, said the Commission also welcomed the government's commitment to propel economic growth through digital transformation. Elaborating further, Al-Ishal said as a regulatory body of the communications and multimedia industry, MCMC will continue to lead the country's digital infrastructure development through the National Fiberization and Connectivity Plan, or NFCP. This is to ensure the business sector and the rakyat would reap the benefits from digital economy when the country moves towards the 5G era and 4th Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. He also said the efforts were also in line with the Prime Minister's vision to make Malaysia a regional Industry 4.0 hub in order to restore Malaysia's status as an Asian tiger. MCMC also lauds the various incentives given and is hopeful they will be able to drive the development of 5G ecosystem and applications which empower the government's vision to create the usage of competitive 5G applications which would transform various industries and make positive impact on the rakyat's standard of living. And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, 1 Malaysian killed, 10 hurt in bus mishap in Turkey. We'll be back at 7 this evening with more updates. Till then, I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.